Good morning, everybody. I am trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. I'm hoping you can hear me because I don't have a monitor open. So I guess I'll just wing it and hope that you can hear me. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is Open Mic Friday because I do not have a guest today. Any day that I don't have a guest on a Friday, I'm just going to open up the mic to you or anyone else who wants to join in. And so I'll take care of that in a second here. Also, I want to put that in the I wanted to put that in the pinned tweet there, but there is no pinned tweet or pinned they call it the pinned chat. So I'll get that up there anyway, but it'll be in the it is in the description down below if you want to jump in the show today. The that is down there. There's also it'll show up in the chat every once in a while via Streamlabs bot. So it is Open Mic Friday. We're going to talk about what you want to talk about, although I do have a couple things that I want to talk about that I found humorous yesterday. Plus, I have a whole slew of tabs open just in case, because not everyone wants to come on the show, but we'll see what happens. But since we're waiting for people to come in because I didn't have this going for a while, I'm just gonna play the intro, and after the intro, we'll see if more people show up. So Johnny. The fictitious Johnny right over there. He's right there. The fictitious Johnny. Sir, play the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, Dawg Knight. All right, good morning and welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as PDawgKnight on the internet, and welcome to the Dawg Knight Channel. Now, I am, what happened here? Now, see, this thing keeps messing me up. I'm trying to turn my monitor on so I can tell what the hell is going on, although I can see it on this side, but I can't see this side. Welcome to the show. It is Friday, the 6th of August, 2021, the day after Lady Boomer's birthday, and boy, did she get a nice birthday gift yesterday, although I'm not allowed to talk about it for a while, but we'll see. There's a time that I'll get into that, but thanks to all of you who sent birthday wishes yesterday, either during the stream or I got some DMs and stuff from people on Twitter, and thanks for everyone who was wishing her happy birthday. I let her know about all of those, and she was very happy because she has a camaraderie with many of you because she's been doing some of these streams with me since I started doing this. That first time we got in the car and drove to Omaha and we streamed for 6 hours, and so she got to know a few of you, and then occasionally during our trail stop streams she gets a good chuckle out of some of the dad jokes and the different things that you guys provide. It's as entertaining for her as it is for me and hopefully for you, and so that's a whole lot of fun. It's going to take some time, I think, for people to get into the chat today, just because of the fact that I didn't give people that half hour or 20 minutes, whatever, standby time. So the notifications are just going out, and I didn't put it on Twitter either, which was silly of me. Maybe I should do that. Shoot. Oh, that's weird because it shows me. It shows me on here too. And then of course, when I have StreamYards going, it doesn't. Oh, what the hell? Let's go to my channel. My computer doesn't work as well. For whatever reason, StreamYards is using a ton of resources on my computer. And I meant to have it going. Oh, I know why. I wonder if I can change. Let's see here. Is there a way to switch this to go through my GPU? I don't know if there is. I think this has to go through well, I'll figure that setup another time. Anyway, so welcome to the show. There's one thing before. I see Jonathan Peterson's in the green room, so I'm glad to have you there. I'll have you on the show here shortly. But I want to go into this thing about Cori Bush. I don't know if you remember that. Cori Bush is a kind of the newest member of the squad, right? And she said something very interesting yesterday. They were talking about this moratorium on evictions, and my personal opinion on this is I'm not really sure why the CDC has any say on contracts between two individuals, right? The CDC, that's not their purview, regardless of the the whether or not we're having an emergency, whatever we're having. I think that's for people to work out. And especially now that, there's plenty of job. Everywhere I go, every place I go, there's people needing help in their businesses, and there's plenty of work out there. And it's way more than that 15 that they're fighting for in a lot of these places. And they just can't get people to work. And so I have some sympathy for people who are facing eviction because they haven't been paying their rent to whoever they're renting from. In a lot of cases, people who own rental properties are small business people, small owners, like, maybe grandma and grandpa's renting out their old house and they live in a condo and they just rent it out to, make a little money and so they wouldn't have to sell a family home or whatever reason. So anyway, so this eviction moratorium was ending, and a few of the squad, including Cori Bush, were protesting, holding a sit-in or outside the Capitol, right? Because they want Congress to act on this. And it's interesting that contract arbitration is the purview of the court. No, I get that, but oh, I see what you're saying there, Cashapp. Oh, by the way, well, I'll wait. I'm going to wait to say good morning to everybody because we have, like I said, we have a little bit of a lag on when the notifications go out. So anyway, there, Cori Bush and some of the squad, AOC and the usual suspects are all out in the Capitol steps, saying that they're having a homeless inn or whatever, sit in, whatever they're doing. And CBS News decides to go out and interview Cori Bush. She's a new congressperson from the St. Louis area. Okay. And she was prominent during the Michael Brown riots in Ferguson. She's been an activist down there, and she's a former nurse. She said she was formerly homeless, but now she's made it into Congress, right? And she's one of the squad, and they have some very progressive ideas about how the world should work. And so as I watched this, they interviewed her on, I don't know if this was no, it's not even Face the Nation. They interviewed her for 20 minutes. Okay. And is there a fly in my camera? Okay. But they got to a point at the interview where I found something. Now remember, Cori Bush is one of these advocates for not only Fight for 15, not only for and I think she's on the universal basic income bandwagon, but she's also one of these advocates for defunding the police, reallocating police resources to other things that social workers to come respond to what used to be police calls. And so she's really big on defunding the police. And she is almost to the point of wanting to abolish police. Well, maybe not abolish, but definitely take funds away from them. Now, look, St. Louis is a very, very dangerous place. There's a lot of murders in St. Louis, and their crime rate, their murder rate is way up, like many, many urban areas that have toyed with defunding or taking funds away from police. I don't say, when someone says defund the police, I always think, what do you mean defund? That you mean take it away? No, but lowering police budgets and putting towards something else rather than increasing budgets to give better training and things like that. Because if you're going to take money away from the police, but you want them to be better trained, aren't you actually defeating your own purpose? So anyway, but she's also been criticized for the fact that she has a really high security budget compared to most Congress people. And so there's this hypocrisy, maybe, or is it an imbalance between what she wants for the people who live in her constituency and for herself? So this is where I pick up the interview. Okay, I'll share it on the screen real quick. And again, Jonathan Peterson, you are the first person in line in the green room. We'll get you in here sometime soon. So here we go. This is Cori Bush. Hang on a second here. And this is this is fascinating. Oh, way to do there. That should have done that. Hang on. Okay, so let's see if I can put this full screen here. There we go. Here's Cori Bush talking to the reporters, and he asked a very, very interesting question here. And it's just out a second. Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go.
You faced some criticism in recent weeks over your push to defund the police. Campaign records show that you spent roughly $70,000 on private security, and some critics say that move is hypocritical. What's your response to those critics?
They would rather I die. You would rather me die? Is that what you want to see?
Whoa, what? You would rather see me die? What are you talking about, woman? You would rather see me die? Hang on a second. Oh, why am I not getting?
Because that could be the alternative. So either I spend $70,000 on security over the last few months, and I'm here standing now and able to speak, able to help save 11 million people from being evicted, or I could possibly have a death attempt on my life. And we're also talking about the same exact people who say horrible things about me, who lie to build up their base, and then because they lie about me, I receive death threats. Now, they don't address the fact that I receive death threats after they go on air and say horrible things about me. But then they want to say,
okay, so here it is. Now, remember, I got to tell you, if you've watched the rest of this interview, Cori Bush thinks of herself as a hero, okay? And she thinks she is very delayed echo. I wonder why that is. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Let me see if I can. Oh, you know what? It might be. Let me try this. Let me try something here. Wonder if it's coming through my microphone here. Just a second. All right, let's try. Well, we'll try this. Hang on. So first of all, so she's like, wait a minute. So her security is because she thinks she's going to die. She says she's having death threats, and she's having. But listen to what she says here. Maybe.
I have private security because my body is worth being on this planet right now. I have private security because the white supremacist, racist narrative that they drive into this country, the fact that they don't care that this black woman that has put her life on the line, they can't match my energy, first of all. This black woman who puts her life on the line, they don't care that I could be taken out of here. They actually probably...
Okay, I'm confused. You're in Congress, and Congress is probably one of the most well-protected places on the planet, although we did have the insurrection, but since then there's been nothing. And she's saying that she's paid $70,000 in security over the last 3 months. $70,000 in security over the last 3 months. Yeah, it's nuts. But here, hang on. There's a big echo. Is let me ask you this, people. Am I echoing? I'm just curious. Or is it just the video that's echoing? Let me know here in a second. Because I'll see if I can fix it. Still an echo, no longer delayed. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on here. Unless echo is not an anti-Semitic troll. Oh, just the video's echoing? Okay. I wonder if I can. No, because it'd be coming through my microphone. Okay, let me try this. Let me hang on a second. I got an idea. And we're going to try it this way. I bet this will fix it. Watch. All right, let's see if there's an echo now. I'm going to turn my monitor up here. Let's see if this echo goes away.
Are okay with that. But this is the thing. I won't let them get that off. You can't get that off. I'm going to make sure I have security.
Okay, I'm going to assume that fixed it. I think it's because I tried to share the sound twice and I already have the sound coming through my microphone. If that fixed it, put a 1 in the chat. So anyway, yeah, so these white supremacists apparently are threatening her life that she needs to buy $70,000 in security, right? Oh, can't nobody has X'd out. Well, I can, but you won't be able to hear it. You'll be able to hear it. You won't be able to see it. Anyway, but listen to this. Listen to what she says after this.
Security, because I know I have had attempts on my life and I have too much work to do.
Whoa. She says she has had attempts on her life. That's different than threats. She's saying attempts. These flies are killing me. Attempts. So I'm curious, has she filed a police report about these attempts? Oh wait, she doesn't. She doesn't need. Wait, she doesn't. Attempts on her life, but she doesn't want the police. She wants to defund the police. I'm curious about these attempts on her life, which she doesn't seem to elaborate. But keep listening to the interview.
People that need help right now for me to allow that. So if I end up spending $200,000, if I spend 10 more dollars on it, you know what? I get to be here to do the work. So suck it up and defund.
Whoa. So she is so important. She is such a hero that if she spent $200,000 on security, it's worth it because she is there to make your life better. I am here to save you from these evil people, right? Listen to her again.
With that, but this is the thing. I won't let them get that off. You can't get that off. I'm going to make sure I have security because I know I have.
What happened there? Okay,
had attempts on my life and I have too much work to do. There are too many people that need help right now for me to allow that. So if I end up spending $200,000, if I spend 10 more dollars on it, you know what? I get to be here to do the work. So suck it up, and defunding the police has to happen. We need to defund the police and put that money into social safety nets.
Whoa. So she says, if I have to spend $200,000 or just even $10 more, it is important because we must defund the police. We must defund the police. And fund my security detail. We're going to take government funds away from the police, and we're going to use your tax dollars to save my ass, because I am so important that I cannot be even have a crossword said toward me. I don't want anyone showing, oh my gosh. So, oh my gosh, hang on. There's more.
Trying to save lives. What other occupation can do work that's out of their scope and still be propped up to do work that's out of their scope? As a nurse, I can't be the surgeon too. You don't want me being your surgeon and I'm the nurse.
Okay.
At what point
anyone understand what that means? Does anybody understand what her analogy was here? I haven't quite figured it out. Just the fact that because she is a nurse by profession prior to becoming person in Congress. But I have no idea what the hell she's saying there.
Social workers? No, we don't. How do they get to be social workers?
Oh.
So what I'm saying is you do your job. Let the people who
she's talking about
have
police.
gone to school with a particular skill set do theirs. Neither defunding the police and being able to have security because those same folks are causing it. It's two totally different things. And the other,
oh, I see. So her security. Wait a minute. Her security must be very important then. It's goddamn flies. Anyway.
And this is my last point on this. If I have actual police officers who have threatened my life, tell me about that. Tell me that I don't need security.
Now that's a completely different charge. Now she's saying there are police officers who are threatening her life. Now, what I want you to do as we go through this, I want you to listen to the follow-up questions and watch her body language. I don't know if you catch or not, but watch her body language when they ask a couple of these follow-up questions, because there's something that I noticed right away that maybe it's subtle and maybe I'm getting this wrong, but I have a feeling I'm right. So listen a little bit more of this, and then we'll move on to something else.
Let me just say this last thing. My security is not against communal violence. My security is not to keep me safe from the people of St. Louis. My security is to keep me safe from those racist attempts made against my life. Now, if you want to do something about that.
Now, again, this is another one. Where are these racist attempts against your life? Because you're saying it's not for your community in St. Louis. That means you're saying somebody in Washington has made an attempt on your life. When? Wouldn't that'd be the first question I'd ask of these two. But look, they're just listing like, we didn't know this happened. Listen, and then I'll listen to their follow-up questions and watch her while they ask her questions.
Stand up and do something about that. I didn't see any of those people that have come against me with this negativity, with these lies, with these smears, stand up when they saw the N-word, when they saw me post stuff about me being hung, the threats on my life, hanging me and burning me, frying me and my family like bacon. They didn't say anything about
I think she got some metaphors mixed up there. I think she mixed up a metaphor, because the fry like bacon was the thing that the protesters against the police were saying. Interesting. I'm trying to figure it out. There doesn't seem to be. You'd think that she would complain to somebody besides this newscaster before this happened. Anybody ever hear of any of this?
About that. And that was just a piece of what I receive all the time. But you know what? I take that and I walk with my head up and my shoulders back, because I know I'm doing the work for the people. I'm on the right side of history. And if they want, they can come and meet me to my face.
Well, wait a minute.
You come and stand on these steps and fight for the people this way. You show up and fight for the people the way that I have. You put your body on the line the way that I put my body on the line. And
Wait a minute, put your body on the line. You're sitting on the fucking Capitol steps, woman. What are you talking about, putting your body on the line? What's going to happen to you on the Capitol steps? What are you talking about?
So you can do that. I suggest you take several seats.
Now listen to the questions. Watch your face.
Congresswoman, have you had police officers threaten you?
Absolutely.
Oh.
I mean, I've been in.
Interesting. Threaten her, but she's saying threaten her life. Wait a minute. Notice she did, and her.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm keep pushing this back a second.
Congresswoman, have you had police officers threaten you?
Oh, why'd she look down? Why did she look down first? Why did she look down first? And she's laughing because she is this a Kamala giggle? And then she says, absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been in this fight for 7 years. I'm a Ferguson activist. That happened to us. That has happened to us. It's not just me.
Threaten your life.
Frontline, that has happened to us multiple. I mean, it's more times than we can count.
But wait a minute. You said, but wait a minute. Whoa. She said in Ferguson, though. She said her security was nothing to do with her constituency at home, but someone's threatening her life here in Washington. So wait a minute. Which is it? Are the cops from Ferguson threatening her life while she's here in Congress? She's not in Ferguson right now. I don't get it. Hang on.
As a member of Congress, you've had police officers threaten your life.
I mean, and they're still people. And you know what?
Oh, wait. Look at her on this question, this follow-up question, though.
And that has happened to us multiple. I mean,
listen to this follow-up question. Oh, dang it. Here it goes again.
It's more times than we can count.
But even now, as a member of Congress, you've had police officers threaten your life.
I mean, they're still people. And you know what the
Notice
thing is?
She didn't answer that question.
They can threaten my life, and I'm still working for them.
Oh, they can threaten her life.
I'm still going to work for them. I'm still going to make sure their families are taken care of, because I'm no respecter of persons. If you have a need, I'm going to take care of you, because that's my job.
Oh, even for the white supremacist lady? Are you going to help a white supremacist stop from getting evicted, Cori Bush? Anyway, enough of this. I will leave a link to the entire I'll leave a link to the entire interview there. It's she, but if you watch this interview, boy, does she truly believes she is a hero. And which is fine. I think part of the problem, I think everyone in Congress thinks they're a hero. But holy Moses. Thanks for joining us, crazy lady. Anyway, all right, so we're going to move into the show today. Jonathan Peterson, I know you're waiting patiently. I'm going to have you on first. Let me get to say hello to everyone in the chat real quick. First in the chat today, it went away. Let me see if I can do it here. Hang on. Oh boy, I think, that messed up. I don't think you were first here, Keeper Dam. 922. Nope, unfortunately my chat jumped. Well, I'm going to say, let's just say hi who's here. I think let me think of who was here. Zach, were you here first? I know you were close to first. Who was here first? I don't know. And I can't I don't think I can recover it. Hang on, let me see if I can do this. I'm going to see if I can recover this real quick. I bet I can't though. Let me try. I hope you're all having a good, by the way, happy Friday. We're going to, Lady Boomer's leaving for the cabin today. Our friends, our very close friend that we call Grandma Kay, we're going to her cabin for the weekend for her Lady Boomer's birthday. And I am not leaving tomorrow because I have things to do today. I actually still have to work today. And I need to, what the hell's going on here? God, my computer just gets killed with yards. And then I'm going to get some work done today. I've to work this afternoon. Then I'm going to finish a video that's going to go on my other channel this weekend. And then I am going to head up there tomorrow, and we're going to play some golf, go out on the pontoon boat, and just hang out at the lakes, which will be really nice, relaxing. If you have any interesting plans this weekend, let me know in the chat. And also real quick, why is this showing? I can turn this off. Stop that screen share there. And yeah, let me know in the chat, or you can jump in the show. The link to the green room, so to speak, where you can wait in line to be on the show, is in the description down below. I don't have it pinned to the chat, unfortunately, because I can't get YouTube to work on my computer, but StreamYards is, so there you go. All right, but let's say good morning, everybody. Good morning, Kiever Dam, Maniac Man, Straight Sith Male, Renee Mayette, Golf City, Johnny Blaze in the house, Thomas Cleaver first. Even though you weren't first, you know you weren't first. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
And good morning, Zach Osborne. This is Kyle. Nice to see you back. It's nice. It's been a while. Good morning, Lord Stanhope, Buster Outlaw, Maniac Man, Select a Boy.
Yeah, boy.
Also, Advocate Stallion, the Devil's Advocate, Wikipedia Snippet, Mike Savage, Blarg. Also, good morning, too. I know I saw Gunfox 61. Hi, Renee Mayette, Maniac Man. I think I said already. Sydney Oberg. Nice to see you back, my friend. Also, good morning, too. Let's see, who else is here? Asian Research Directorate's here. Also, Kiever Dam. And let's see, am I getting caught up here? I kind of got it. Unfortunately, this thing skipped on me. I wonder if this, here we go. I see the gayest person on YouTube's in the chat. Nice to see you. Who else? Am I getting everybody? I'm kind of there. Crythorn Madness is here. Good morning. Good morning to K Shull, Saint Fugi. A whole bunch of people in the house today that I haven't seen for a while. Nice to have you all back. It's great. And I'm getting there with the Bosch Tube. And all right, I'm close. You got two hellos, Kiever Dam. Okay, yes, you did. Weren't you here first? Yes, Kiever Dam was here first. There's the bell for you. And welcome. All right. As you know, it is Open Mic Friday. I am going to put I will also put the link to the green room in the chat myself, and I will pin it to the top because sometimes it doesn't pop up fast enough. So if you want to get in line to jump on the show, tell me what you want to talk about. And if it could be news, it could be, whatever you want to talk about. It's your show. The Open Mic show is your show. So I will defer to you. All right. First up today on the Morning Night Live Open Mic Friday show is our friend Jonathan Peterson. Good morning. Finally got you on. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing good. One of the things I was going to talk about was the hypocrisy of her attitude.
Oh, please do tell. I didn't notice.
There are bad cops. I won't deny that.
Sure.
But one, taking that much money for your own security and putting yourself on this pedestal, we're all the same. I respect the people in government because they deserve respect, but not because they're better than me.
Mm-hmm. And not because they're heroes. She thinks of her, and she didn't say it, but she truly believes that she is a hero. And I understand that she's proud of the fact that she advocates for people that, maybe she are her constituents, and she does, obviously, going out and protesting on the steps of the Capitol is more than a lot of Congress people do. But it seems to be such a look at me show.
Oh, that was theater.
Yeah.
That was pure theater.
So, so it's, it's really hard to. Oh, Keenan was first. Oh, I'm sorry. Keenan, I know you're here and you did get the bell. Sorry, I just have to. Sorry, Keenan. I knew it started with a K. Okay. All right. You're correct. Avocado Diablo. All right. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Where were you at? What were you saying there?
Yeah. Like I said, demonstrating on the steps of the Capitol, there's no place safer right now than there. That was pure unadulterated theater in her part.
Yeah. I tend to agree. So, hey, what do you got going this weekend?
This weekend, nothing much. Next weekend, I have my birthday party early, 3 days early because of the weekend instead of during the week.
Oh, nice. Well, I hope you have some good plans for that.
Yeah, the 17th.
Okay, awesome. Anything else you want to add before I go to the next person?
Yeah. I thought it was interesting. Something I saw on Monkey in the Morning this morning. He was talking about Pokimane and how she went off on one of her $2 subscribers.
Right.
And she was like, her sentiment was right, but she went a little too harsh.
Didn't she ban somebody like basically yeeted them from her?
Yeah, she yeeted them from ever getting into the chat again. While what he was saying was wrong, she went a little. She said, "I don't need you, and I don't need your $2." And she totally went off on him.
Huh. Yeah. I don't follow the gaming stream people that much, but I did hear about that one. And it's, sometimes I think sometimes you just have to have in the immortal words of Elvis Costello, peace, love, and understanding.
Yeah. The only reason I saw that was because I was watching the replay of Monkey in the Morning, and that was the main topic he had started the show with.
Right. Yeah, no, I saw that too. I listened to it this morning too, on replay, like I do most mornings. But all right, man. Well, I'm gonna move on. But hey, thank you so much for coming in, and I will. Early happy birthday, like 10 days early. But but have a good weekend this weekend too.
See you next Friday.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So thank you, Jonathan Peterson. Nice to have you on the show. And next up will be Skep Talk, and then in the on deck after that will be Maniac Man. So let's start with Skep, who I always love talking to. Skep, what's up, my brother?
Dog, so good to be here. How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. It's so nice to talk to someone older than me.
That cat's out of the bag. Meow.
I respect my elder, and
bless your heart. Thank you so much. Bless your heart, Pepperidge Farm members. Anyway,
I caught that.
Yeah. I look at Cori Bush as more of an effect than a cause.
Yeah,
she really is symptomatic of not just a government that's lost its way, but a party that's lost its way. Yeah. Nancy Pelosi is not an effective leader for the Democratic Party, and she's as much leadership as they have. You can't call Biden a leader. He doesn't know what he had for breakfast each morning, and the guy's dementia is painful to watch. Kamala Harris is only interested in her continuing public ego trip as the putative vice president. And the upshot of it is that the children are basically being left to run wild. And that's why you have a phenomenon like the Squad. This isn't as much a true philosophical drift left that is being formulated by the leadership of the Democratic Party, but is instead a bunch of children who aren't being minded. When have you heard Cori Bush talk intelligently about labor reform? You never have. Do you know what her subcommittee assignment? You know what her committee assignments are? She's on the Judiciary Committee. She's on the subcommittee on the Constitution. She's on the subcommittee on crime. She's on the subcommittee for economic and consumer policy. Subcommittee on environment. You know what her training is? 1 year of college and then a vocational nursing degree.
She has an LPN,
that's called the vocational nurse.
My wife refers to them as
licensed practical nurse is what that stands for. But yeah, I've been in and out of the medical business for many years. I used to work for Pfizer, actually.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I've worked for everybody: Merrill Lynch, United States Navy, everybody. Anyway,
stock deals out of that.
No comment
right now, but anyway.
Anyway, so I that was the principal thing that I wanted to get out there is don't lose hope. And for people who have liberal sensibilities, and it's conceivable that people like that could listen to your show. Yeah. Don't give up on the Democratic Party. They'll be back, taxing and spending, but in a disciplined way, perhaps with some real patriotism. These kind of lapses happen because people are fallible. That's all.
Do you think that, or do you think there is a constituency out there that's figuring out what the downfalls of actual democracies, learn, in that in an actual democracy, which we are not,
tyranny of the majority. Yeah, I know where you're going.
You can vote yourself other people's money.
Right. Yeah, and it was that Jefferson who said that back in the day. As soon as the people find out they can vote themselves money, the government is doomed. Yeah. The republic's doomed. That will only go to the point when their daily lives are affected. Ma and Pa Kettle out there in America land care about how easy their life is and how regular their life is, and do they get to do the things they want to do. When the nonsense in Washington directly interrupts that, you will see a mobilization to the other side, and it will be party agnostic against the people who have brought that about. And until that happens, I really don't think you'll see much change. I think, we're going to have to let these people damage the country a little bit. And when that happens, then you'll have a pretty violent kickback against that. Maybe we'll learn the lesson. Maybe we won't. This happened in the 19th century. I won't bother to give you the history lesson, but if you look back through the annals of human history, Rutherford B. Hayes never should have been president. I'll give you that hint. Go look it up, the Tilden-Hayes Compromise, and you can check it out. But listen, I don't want to hog up all the thing. I wanted to say real quick that I really enjoy your show. I thank you for what you do, and you have an open invitation to be on my show on Tuesday night on Minions anytime you want, dog. Anytime you can stay up that late, man.
I will take you up on that someday. There's going to be a time where I'm not going to have to get up early, and hopefully that'll be sooner than later. But no, I
feel you, my brother.
And yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on.
Please do it before I die, because as you comment, I'm very, very old. I'm actually in the archaeological record.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not that much older. Well, yeah, you are.
I was born in the 1700s. All right, get me out of here and let somebody else come on.
All right, brother. Thank you very much.
See you, man. Good to see you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Skeptalk, for joining us on the show. That was fantastic. So if you are interested in jumping in, the link is pinned to the top of the chat, and it's also the description down below, and it pops up in the chat every once in a while. I don't know why the chat's not moving. Hopefully everyone's still here. So that's fantastic. All right, up next is Maniac Man, and no one else is waiting in the green room. So if you want to jump in, please click the link at the top of the chat or in this description down below or wherever it shows up in the chat here. Also, before I bring on Maniac Man, just a reminder, the Morning Night easy for me to say. The Morning Night Live is sponsored by you, the viewers of the Morning Night Live. Please make sure that you hit the like button sometime during the stream. We just want to make sure that that algorithm thing starts working right. And if you would also be so kind to share the stream. I see a couple people have one person has. Keeverdam has shared the stream out. Thank you very much. And I retweeted you since I forgot to put the stream on Twitter myself. So again, thank you for doing that. If you want to follow me on Twitter or any other social media at PDawgKnight, just like it says down there, except don't put the .live. PDawgKnight.live is the link to the Streamlabs donation page where you can sponsor the show or you can do YouTube super chats, and there's a couple other options in the description down below. So thank you for all of you who have been so supportive of the show over the last 2.5 years, and we're gonna keep rolling along. Also, real quick, good morning, Jen T. I see you in the chat now. Straight Sith Mail. I might have said that already, but I'm just to make sure I touch base here. And I think I've caught up on that. So in the next up is going to be Maniac Man. Tyler is on deck, and Buster Outlaw is in the hole. If you know baseball terms, that's where you are, sir. That just means the next third one on. Let's bring on Maniac Man. Nice to see you. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Hello. First off, am I coming through clear?
I got you. Good. It sounds like you're in your car?
No,
I'm outdoors.
I have like a headset on, and
oh, okay. Well, no, I
I'm
hear you
stuck
just
on
fine.
I'm stuck on mobile, so that's probably why.
Oh, you sound really good for mobile. Usually mobile come in a lot more sketchy than this. So you sound good. All right. I'm glad to have you here. What's going on, man?
I don't really have a subject so much as in general. I'm sure you've noticed these days, but I think we're treating politicians a little too much like nobility. You hear me?
Yeah.
And
Dude, I know what you're saying, but I want to hear your take on this.
And well, the taxpayers are pretty much like the peasants of the medieval era. In that case, they remove the town guards. They don't care what happens. Then they hire mercenaries to keep them safe while they sit and get fat in their estates.
And did the Cori Bush example that we played earlier, did that enhance your thoughts on that, or did it detract from your thoughts on that? I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask anyway.
That just cemented my thought on it. Just like, how could there be any more better of an example than what she had said?
Just you know what? I am so important that even if I had spent $200,000 on security, you need me because I am saving you from being evicted and from the police, which we must defund, but we must fund my security, but defund your police. That's your security. It was that. I mean, I am just completely stunned when I saw that interview.
Well, honestly, I'm not all that surprised. She also said she was an activist, so then she said, oh, well, I've been threatened by the police. Well, right. It kind of happens when you end up, throwing rocks and crap at them.
Right. Well, because she was really, now, if you're not familiar with her, she was really prominent during the Ferguson, during the riots and protests and all that stuff, and she was one of those main people out there leading the charge. You got to defund the police. Now, the idea that they threatened her life, I still have that big extra doubt, right? But
well,
I think
she's a public figure, so pretty much all public figures get threats.
Yeah, but also I wonder too if she's talking about, like, okay, you're out being an activist, you're out in the streets, you're during this whole riotous period. Is she being a fabulist in that, oh, well, the police told me to move from here to over there, and does she consider that a threat against her life just because the police was in her presence? I just had no faith in what she was talking about, that she's actually had death threats in her life. Who has she reported this to? And if she can't report it to her police, who can she report it to? Did she report it to the FBI? Did she report it to the Secret Service? Did she report it to the Capitol Police, who are supposed to protect the members of Congress? And then she's saying also, in the same breath, okay, she has this extra security, not because of the situation where she lives, because she represents the area that is Ferguson. But if it's not there to protect her there, that means it's to protect her in Washington. That is a credible threat in Washington. That's what I don't get.
There's no credible threats within DC. Too many cops, too much Secret Service.
Oh, sorry about that. We got a quick, let me get this super chat real quick. Thank you, Fight for Your Rights, for donating through YouTube Super Chats. Thank you for sponsoring the show. And even though it's not Streamlabs,
you are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day.
Thank you very much. Who says, good morning, chat and P-Dawg, and happy Friday. And that happy Friday is for everybody. So happy Friday, everybody. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. So, yeah, I'm not buying that there are threats to her, that she needs extra security. I think it's as much a vanity. What's a good word? It's a vanity project for her, and it makes her seem more important because, oh my gosh, they're threatening her life. I just think she's being a fabulist.
Well, I think politicians have just kind of lost. They're supposed to be working for us, obviously.
Yeah.
But then they throw all the responsibility to the constituents. Well, I guess technically it is supposed to be our responsibility to make sure nothing. I think I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. No, I understand what you're saying. It's she, I don't know, her self-importance is just overwhelming to me, though. Anyway, hey, you have any special plans this weekend?
No, it's going to be SSDD for me.
SSDD, I don't know what that means.
Same shit, different day.
Oh, okay. Do you have weekends though? Because some people, their weekends are in different days. Like I know that some of the people I work with, their days off are Sunday, Monday. Do you have a regular weekend, or do you have a alternative weekend, so to speak?
Friday and Saturday are my weekend. So.
Oh, okay. Well, find something interesting to do. I'll tell you, last weekend, Lady Boomer and I just went to a small town and asked people, where should we go eat? And then we checked out a bar, and then there happened to be a brewery in the town. So we took a brewery tour. So,
that sounds cool.
Yeah. So there's always something interesting. In fact, I'm going to be putting out a video about our trip here. That's what I'm working on later today. But
anyway, look forward to it.
Outstanding. Cool. Yeah, that'll be on my other channel. I'll probably post it on both channels for now because I want people to subscribe to that other channel too. But anyway, all right. Well, hey, I want to thank you for coming on. I always appreciate people who come on because it's not always easy to do that. So if you don't do this every day, and thank you, and I appreciate your continued support on the show.
And I appreciate your takes on different subjects, P-Dawg.
Well, thank you so much.
Or should I was going to call you Marty, but sometimes I just don't feel familiar enough with people to use names.
Oh, now this is for everyone in the audience, whether you call me Marty or P-Dawg, I am fine with either, since I do introduce myself as Marty. Either one is fine with me. So if that's what comes out, that's what comes out, and I don't mind at all.
Well, you're a cool guy, Marty. I'll keep watching.
All right. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you again sometime soon.
Have a good one.
All right. Yeah. Bye-bye. All right. Next up is Tyler, and then Buster Outlaw's on deck, and Kieran Am's in the hole. Good morning, Tyler. What's happening?
Hey, P-Dawg. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. Sounding good.
All right. Cool. It's going through. Yeah. I know during your trail stream, the trail bar stream, 2 weeks ago, I said trail stop. I know I said I'd come on because I told you I was we were having a gender reveal. The next day I was cutting the grass, but
yeah.
Yep. We're having a girl, so
congratulations.
She's due around the end of the year, so
that is outstanding.
Yeah, because I know I wasn't sure if Lady Boomer was gonna remember after that day that she was wanting to know. So
okay, I will let her know. No, I may. Who knows? We may. Oh no, I can't, because she's not going to be riding back with me tomorrow on Sunday. So I was going to say we might stream on the way back from our cabin trip, but I'll let her know. And congratulations! I mean, congratulations that you're having a baby. That's fantastic. I'm hoping to hear that news someday soon from one of my kids. So that's exciting.
Yeah, we've been trying for a little while, so it's kind of nice that it just kind of finally happened. So we were worried about whether we're gonna have to go through like IVF or anything, and that stuff's expensive as all hell. So
yeah,
things just kind of worked out. It was nice. We were laughing. We get to have what was they were calling them, the coronials, the kids of the pandemic type deal.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I haven't heard that yet, but that's funny. So, hey, you got to do something, right?
Yeah, got to give them a unique name,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so, what's your biggest take, or what's something interesting that you heard in the news lately
I've been kind of out of the loop on the news on a lot of things. I know the last couple things I've seen is I know the thing that we always worry about, me and my wife, is how school's going with them pushing the CRT and all that critical race shit. So
yeah.
Yep, sorry, I don't know if you want swearing or not.
Oh, don't care. No, it's I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and that, especially since we knew we were gonna have a kid, it's been terrifying us. Just like, oh man, we don't know what we're gonna do. Worried about it because we don't want our kids having that type of stuff pushed on them. So
right. And it's interesting. What I don't understand. And they say that they're not teaching in schools, but then like I'm looking at the thing where the Rhode Island Teachers Union seeks an injunction because they want to prevent the release of the records of what they're teaching. And then you also see, these places where during the pandemic, a lot of people got to look in their kids' classrooms and see what's being taught. And clearly, if it's not the actual theory, there's still the Marxist part of it, and dividing people by race and telling people that they're inherently racist, and look, I don't care how you say it. If you tell somebody that they are racist, you are telling them they are a bad person.
Absolutely.
That is how we define it in our society. Not in an academic sense that, you're the racist as in you're the beneficiary of some invisible system that it gives you this great advantage. Because first of all, I don't buy it anyway. I'm married to a woman who grew up in a trailer park. with a single mom, that if you go on you go on the oppression chart, she checks way more boxes than I ever could imagine checking. And so it's like, why would you? But in the same time, you're teaching kids of my demographic that there is no hope because all these white supremacists are going to be holding you down, and there's no good outcome of that idea either. So I don't want kids being taught that. I want kids being taught that they have unlimited potential and opportunity. And
it's based upon your own actions, what outcomes you have.
Right.
Sometimes life kind of screws you sometimes, but usually it's based upon your own actions. It's not anybody keeping you down. It's not, somebody's not going to keep you down based on their, skin color. Because, I lived in northern Michigan, BFE. My dad worked like 3 jobs wherever he could to get us ahead. So it wasn't because of my skin color or nothing. It was because of how hard my parents worked and how well they tried to raise us. And they raised us very much in that mindset. I'm in my 30s of your skin color don't mean nothing. It's how you treat people. So and that's, I know how me and my wife, we both talked about it. We both were raised that way up. She was in a little bigger city than I was, but we both had mindset. It's like, it don't mean nothing to you. So, I'm surprised that things have kind of gone back from that. Just disturbs the hell out of me.
Yeah. Now, when you say northern Michigan, as in northern the big half, or you upper peninsula?
Lower peninsula. So upper part of the lower peninsula. So I was about an hour and a half, 2 hours south of the bridge. So.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this, because so growing up in northern Michigan, are there what's the demographic breakdown of that area? Like, are there minorities in that area, or is it mostly
where I grew up? It was predominantly white. We had one. Let me see. We had two. We had 2 black families the whole time I can think of in school.
Mm-hmm.
Never, and like one guy was pretty cool. The other one I had an issue with that was more personal, and his parents really liked to play his mother, especially anytime he got in trouble, they played the race card, and that irked me, but I never cared. It's like, whatever, you're going to play that with the school, to go for it. But
not with other kids, did they?
No, they didn't. They just tried to, they played more so you're only punishing because he's black in school, because he never did anything like that. But luckily, hopefully he never got that mindset, but yeah, I never cared. He was just like, I got along with him a little better come high school, but we were younger. He was a bit of a jerk to me. So
but he got in trouble not because he was black, because he was an asshole.
Yeah. So he kind of chilled out a bit coming around high school. So,
right.
But no, there's, the other guy, gosh, I don't remember what his name is now. He was in my sister's grade, and yeah, he was a cool guy. He was nice. So, and then after that, I moved down more towards the cities around college. And, I used to hang out with a bunch of people around Detroit. So I got a lot more access to people of other races, and it's like same thing as I had never cared. So.
Right. No, I'm always curious. Yeah. Cause, I mean, I grew up in a situation where I was like, for the first, I think up till 3rd grade, I was like one of 4 black kids at my school. And I had more access once during busing came to other kids of my own race. But although I went to a church that was black, like we still went to the same church, even though we moved away from where we lived before when we went to that church. And I still had, there was a couple of youth groups I was in and stuff, but I always curious when, what people's experiences are, through different things, but people are people, and, teaching people that you're either advantaged or disadvantaged because of the color of your skin. That's kind of I think it's the wrong message. It makes people either overconfident, or it makes people, well, in this case though, I think it shames both to go to say that, okay, these people were oppressors, Okay, so they're shamed, and then you tell them that you were oppressed, which you're shamed. It doesn't help anybody. And
yeah, it kind of shames both races, and I feel it also kind of feeds into the whether white or black or any nationalist movement. So you basically are saying, well, you've been always oppressed, so we need to be better in a negative way. It really feeds into that. And when you tell people, everything you do is oppressive to other people, you really kind of make it to where people are more susceptible to being brought into like that white nationalist mindset.
Right.
It's like it's not even just a double-edged sword. It's just I don't even know. It's their message is not going to help anybody by that way.
No, and and to say that it's not being taught, it creeps in everything. Well, the whole, and it reminds me, we talked from back in 2016, it was all intersectional feminism, but it's still in the same vein that some group is being oppressed, and that's I think that rather than have that mindset, you just have to have a mindset of there's nothing that can stop you. I'd rather have every kid have a message. There's nothing that can stop you if you continue to put effort towards whatever you're trying to do. So I think it's a much better message. So anyway, any special plans this weekend?
Pretty much just working on the lawn. We're building the fence. We chose the wrong time to start building a wooden fence. So
has it been dry where you are too?
It's gotten drier. It was really rainy up here for like the past month or two. Last year it was really dry, but this year it's been raining so much. That's why I've had to go out and cut my yard every week. Just it's so darn long. But no, this weekend we're going to be fixing up a fence. We started one, and I messed up a bunch of the boards. So my father-in-law is going to come help us fix that up. And yeah, we picked the wrong time with the lumber prices going up. We're hoping that kind of goes down.
Isn't that crazy too? Yeah, no, I noticed that too. So anyway, all right, man. Well, I'm gonna head on, but thank you so much for jumping on, and I appreciate you always retweeting the show and putting it out there, and every little bit helps. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on, man. Take care.
All right, yep, take it easy. All right. Thank you, Tyler F. Next up is going to be Buster Outlaw, Kiever Dam's on deck, and James Colley's in the hall. And then I see Sydney in line there too. So just letting you know that you're all still in the line here. Looking forward to talking to all of you. Let's bring on Buster Outlaw. Good morning, Buster Outlaw. How you doing?
Good morning, man. How's it going?
It's fantastic. What's the word today?
Oh, lots of going on, man. Actually, I think we did it. I think we all missed some of these great headlines I was putting out. One was Democrats losing independence and alienating voters over critical race theory.
Definitely that.
And the losing, and they're spending money, lots of money on these races. You got to know that. And supporters for progressive Democrats blame pro-Israel group for Ohio primary loss.
Oh, Nina Turner, right? And it's interesting because I think I read something about that yesterday, but where she so she spent more money than any of those other candidates, but apparently
they're spending lots of money on all these races. What's her name? Omar was losing a race, and then suddenly she got some money and just barely beat the other guy on the very last day of the race. Yep. And here, I think it was reversed because the person that she beat was a Bernie Sanders person, an ally to him.
Yeah, Nina Turner. Well, that's Nina Turner, right? She's the one who was running his campaign for president, and she's uber progressive. I mean, she would have fit right in with the squad as far as the progressive policies that she wants, and basically just give other people's money is basically their complete theme. And that there's plenty of money if you just take it away from those people over there, right? So yeah, no, and I've known about her for a while. I'm glad she lost, but she, like, who was it? Well, someone earlier just said that, Skeptox said you might just see Democrats start leaning back toward the old style spending, tax and spend Democrats, and I think this is one of those cases.
Yeah, but I'm just glad they're just losing money on all the races, all these races that they're putting up big money for.
Right.
Both sides too. I mean, both the progressive and the other side. They're just infighting right now, and it's great to see.
Yeah. Do you think are you in Ohio?
No, I'm in Texas.
You're in Texas. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I don't know if you know anything about that particular race, if there's any chance whatsoever the Republic. I'm trying to think of who the Republican is in that race. That if there's any chance that they could win that race, but I don't think so in that particular district.
Me neither. Everything up north is heavily blue, and it'll be a long time till we can win up there,
right?
At all.
Well, Ohio's not though.
Ohio, yeah, they've been like Texas, off and on, blue and red.
Yeah, I think that particular congressional district is just outside of Cleveland, and it's heavily blue. But I don't. The state itself, it's still it really is a swing state. At least it's been the last couple elections, just because that they're part of that industrial, that part of that industrial north that is starting to look away from the Democrats because they're losing jobs.
Yep. And that's why they try to make the thing for American made being up to 75% or something like that.
Yeah.
That was for Biden and his union, basically.
Yeah, except that they're the federal government's already finding ways to get around that.
Yeah, of course.
I saw something about that too. So anyway, anything else you got?
Not much, except what's his name? From Texas is doing a lot. Abbott just made another special session to do what they were going to do before about the voting and stuff.
Did the Democrats ever come back?
I think a couple of them did.
Yeah.
And they had a big thing on it yesterday.
Okay.
I didn't see it all.
I heard that the first one that came back, they immediately put a warrant out for their arrest.
Yeah, they did, and he got it where the officer, or they can give power to the officer to go up to Washington to bring him back if they need be.
Oh, did they? Now, see, I didn't know that part. I know that was not part of the law, so they can send Texas marshals out to go get them.
Basically, yeah. To get them to vote for what they should have been doing in the first place.
Oh, good.
But all that is great because, like I said, they're alienating people, they're losing allies that were once really strong supporters, and basically they were saying that got Biden the presidency.
Huh.
71% of people that are trying to alienate with the whole critical race theory and all this other bullshit that the Democrats have been pushing for the last couple of years now, or a lot longer, but really ripping it up the last couple of years.
But that they're not really doing in schools.
They're trying to. They're really trying to. In fact, I just saw a thing when they were saying about they were trying to push it on kids and stuff. Younger children and stuff, and everybody not liking it.
Right. No.
Everybody voting against it.
A lot of people fighting back against that. So
finally, yeah, everybody is finally starting to come around and starting to really get ticked off about everything the Democrats have basically been doing.
Wait, what the hell did I do that? Oh no, I messed up something here. How did that get on there? I apparently shared a chat by accident, and I can't figure out how it happened. Well, here, let me do this. There, I'll fix it. Anyway, all right, man. You got any big plans this weekend?
No, try to relax. The neighbor's been doing their construction since December and really ramping it up here as well.
Oh, so you get to hear a lot of pounding and hammering and stuff.
The saw and everything you're hearing in the background, that's all. Yeah, that's all them.
Oh,
so
boy.
that's what I get to enjoy.
All right. Well, I hope you get some peace and quiet some this weekend.
Yeah, me too. I would love it.
All right.
It's not gonna happen.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna move on. But thank you so much for watching the show and for jumping on today. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Hi, man. Take it easy.
Later.
Bye. All right. So next, I'm gonna have Kiefer Dam Sydney's on deck, and James Colley's in the hole, and I'm gonna finish up with James Colley today when we get to that far. So thanks for everyone who's been jumping on the show today. I greatly appreciate you. Let me bring on Kiefer Dam. Good morning.
Good morning.
I got you. How are you today?
I'm good.
So what's happening?
You?
I know you've been a fairly regular watching the show for quite a while, and I know we know each other from Lords of the Night. And so, what's going on in your world today? What's your topic of the day?
Well, I try to catch your shows as much as I can. I've been waking up kind of late because I started second shift about a month ago, so I've been sleeping in. But I catch some of your show, and I try to share it. But yeah, I'm gonna be on Lords of the Night Monday night, or I'm scheduled to be. Yeah, I had to request the second half of my shift off because they're still going when I get off work. So
okay.
Yeah.
So and what do you? Are you, because sometimes you put doctor in your name. Are you a doctor?
No, that was just a jab at Jill Biden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. So, so what's the conspiracy theory here? You wrote in conspiracy theory.
Oh, that was the reference to critical race theory being taught in K through 12.
Oh,
it's not really it's only being taught in colleges.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and technically, I suppose in a way they're right that it's only being taught as maybe a full degree, but as far as the pieces of it that are creeping into high school and even middle school, younger kids, the ideologies being taught.
I guess they're not calling it critical race theory in K through 12. They're rebranding it or whatever.
Right. And so, it's like, okay, it's not there except it is,
Yeah. Like with the affinity groups and stuff, like dividing kids up by their skin color or ethnicity or whatever.
Right.
Stupid. It's segregation. So.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to mention that the day I'm supposed to be on Lords of the Night is the same day that my company is going to have everyone, regardless of vaccine status, wear masks again, and I'm not happy with that.
Oh, they told us that this morning where I work too.
Yeah, they told us yesterday.
Now, let me ask you this: did you work through all of this during this like the pandemic? Did you have a point where you did not work because of it where you work?
Yeah, we had to take March through April of 2020 off, and the lockdown, my birthday was during the lockdown. I turned 30, and it's like, oh crap, I can't celebrate this milestone birthday because of these stupid restrictions, and I wasn't happy about that either. So yeah, we were all furloughed. Right.
So you were furloughed. Okay. So, but did they have any form of income for you during that?
I don't believe so.
Okay. But it was just a couple months for you.
It was like 1 month. Yeah.
Okay. Now, at any time until recently, when they said that you're going to have to wear a mask at work, did they make you do that before?
Yeah, they made us wear masks when we came back from being furloughed.
Okay. And so when you work where you work, are you in close proximity to other people?
Yeah.
Okay. Because UPS, we're not in close proximity. So even though they suggested it before, we never had to. You have the option. Today they came in and said that you have to wear a mask. And this is, I mean, I'm thinking, okay, so basically if you're going from February last year, we're looking at 16, 18 months where during this that they never made us wear masks. This is the first time I've ever had someone tell me that you have to wear a mask if you're within, you know, X amount of distance between people. So I was surprised at that. And it's interesting to hear you say, oh, they're going to have you start wearing masks. Let me ask you this. Are they going to ask you to force you to be vaccinated at where you work?
They haven't done that yet. I hope they don't. I'll probably have to just wear a mask if
yeah, it seems like that's the next one coming down the pike. And I thought to myself, gee, how can they require you to be vaccinated with something that is not fully approved through the FDA? You know, I mean, the mask thing itself is, I mean, even though it's a controversial topic because the efficacy of masks is, even Biden's own people said the other day that, well, these masks that people are wearing aren't doing anything, but it seems to be a theater. But I can't figure out what their end game is with forcing people to do these things. I just don't know, because I mean, it doesn't even seem to follow the science.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised they're not going to have us wear 2 masks this time because of the Delta variant.
Right, which
shifting the goalposts.
Yeah, and you know, and again, like there's people are getting the Delta variant is not being stopped by the vaccinations, and I'm sure it's not being stopped by the masks. So
yeah.
Anyway, well, anything? Do you have any special plans this weekend?
I'm not sure, but
do you have a weekend? When is this?
Yeah.
Not. I know a lot of people have different weekends, so I always have to ask
that. We did have overtime a couple weeks ago, but I couldn't make it anyway because of a family event. But yeah, I think they said there's no overtime this Saturday, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do on Sunday. But my grandma broke her hip a couple nights ago, so I had to go visit her in the hospital yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I hope she gets better.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, find something interesting to do. So, like I said, I was talking before, because Lady Boomer and I don't always have time to go or the money to go places on weekends, or you know, we don't take a lot of vacations. So we've been doing something called a daycation.
Oh yeah.
Where we just go to some small town that's not too far away and find out what's cool in that town and go do it. And so, like I was telling somebody earlier, we did that last weekend, and so I'm going to put video on my second channel, which I'm going to put on both channels, but you'll get to see what that's about when I put it out. All right. So anyway, well, I hope you find something fun to do this weekend, and thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you. You're always quick to tweet out the show too, and I greatly appreciate that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a great day.
Thanks. You too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so up next, I'm going to have Sydney on, and then James Colley, and then we're going to call it a day. Let's bring on Sydney. Sydney, how are you? Hey, turn your volume down just for a second. There we go. Okay, how are you today?
Okay.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Now, I noticed something that you sent me a little bit ago. Apparently, do you play basketball?
Yeah.
I saw the pictures you sent me. That was awesome. How long have you played basketball?
I don't know.
Not sure?
I don't know.
Did you know that I am a basketball coach?
What?
Did you know that I'm a basketball coach?
No.
Yeah, I've been coaching basketball for almost 30 years.
Oh.
And so I was really excited to see that you play basketball.
Yep.
Is that your favorite sport?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I hope you have a lot of fun playing basketball.
Yep.
So do you have anything that you're doing this weekend? Do you play basketball in the summer?
No.
No, just during basketball season, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, what do you think you're going to be doing this weekend? Do you have anything, any big plans?
Nope.
No? Well, I hope you find something fun to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well, thank you so much for sending me those pictures. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, I hope you have a good weekend.
You too.
All right. Thank you for coming on.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye, Sydney. And thank you, Sydney, for coming on. Sydney's a great supporter, and yeah, she plays. I saw some pictures of her playing basketball, or it was a little video that she puts on. She actually has a YouTube channel too, and so that was kind of cool. So I appreciate that. All right, let's finish up. We'll finish up the show with how shall I describe this? The nightmare to boomers everywhere, Mr. James Colley.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I wouldn't say nightmare. It's more done with love.
It
you
is,
know,
absolutely. I feel the love every time. Every time.
Yeah, that's one of those things. It's like you only give your friends a certain amount of crap,
right?
And the way I see it is, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't pick on you. I'm just sure that there's times you wish I didn't like you so much.
Oh no, please. Feel free to eviscerate me at any opportunity you have. I can more than take it. Sticks and stones, baby. Sticks and stones.
Exactly. I mean,
oh, sorry.
Oh, I apologize. I was going to say was, like I said, I do apologize for that sometimes because I do tend to go a little far and I don't mean to.
Oh no. You haven't. I've never seen you gone too far yet. I get a chuckle every time I see it. So anyway, so what's going on? What's your topic today?
Oh, I got a couple of them.
Okay.
First off, I did a thing last night. I've been going through TikTok, going through all these little things, and found out that there's a lot of insecure women out there that want to legitimately know what they're doing wrong as far as relationship advice. So, and you have to use your face on there. I ain't found a way to use an avatar. So what I did was I just wrote out my response and pasted it over the middle of my response video and put it back up there. It's like a little 3-minute video. But also, I sent you a question in the side chat.
Oh, I always forget to look at that. There we go. Okay. It's a stream group. Oh yeah. Oh, of course you can. Yeah. No, I don't care. You can reference anybody, and that's fine.
Okay. Going back to what Kiefer was talking about as far as the crap, what is it? Not the critical race theory, CRT.
Sure.
Johnny Bonsacco, he has a show that him and his son do. They start about 10:05 at night.
Okay.
So a lot of these daytime folk may not be keen or be on it, but it generally starts about 10:05.
Okay.
And he's been covering a lot of that, especially with the indoctrination of kids.
Yeah.
I mean, during Pride Month,
right?
Nickelodeon did a thing with Blue's Clues.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Now Disney Plus is getting in on this. Have you seen Gonzo as a cross-dressing Muppet baby?
Yeah, so what on Muppet Babies, where they were talking about going to this dance or something that had, I don't know if it was a medieval theme or some kind of prince and princesses theme, and where for Gonzo's trying to understand. Well, he wanted to wear a princess dress instead of a knight costume, and so they and saying, well, boys don't have to wear this and girls don't have to wear this, and apparently because they got Miss Piggy into it, because Miss Piggy was saying, well, boys have to wear the prince costumes and girls have to wear the princess costumes, and so he wanted to cross dress. And I don't know, it's just like it's creeping into everything.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And I and like, well, here's the example where when Lady and I were watching TV, and where I just chuckle because every commercial is black people doing great things, which I don't have a problem with that. But sometimes I go, do white people buy cars anymore? Because there's always like, the black guy in the Audi commercial or something like that, which is fine. It's great to have representation, but to only see, or there's, like, it's like, or every commercial has to have wokeness in it. A lesbian couple out buying something, or and I'm just like, are there white people commercials anymore? It's just weird to me. And I should be celebrating that there's finally more black people commercials, but it's like they're overdoing it.
Well, it's pretty much like this.
Yeah.
If one spoonful of sugar is great in a cup of coffee, why can't you have 13?
Well, yeah, but that brings me back to Gonzo wanting to be a cross-dresser, and then all this
exactly,
and it's like, are we requiring the world to? Are you pushing this for a reason that? I guess, what is the end goal? Do we want everyone to be gender neutral? Because nature doesn't work that way. Why would we want to push that? Are there that many people who are confused as to their role in the world and society, where we have to make sure every kid has to, understand it at a young age? I mean, what kids even think about that at a young age? So I don't know. It's just, it seems so weird to me.
Well, it's, I was born in late 70s. I was a kid of the 80s and a teenager of the 90s. We practiced tolerance then. We'll tolerate your bullshit, or your BS, I'm sorry. But we don't have to accept it.
Right.
And around the 2000s, it started in with acceptance. Okay, we have to accept your flaws. We have to accept your BS. And we just have to deal with it. No. That is the wrong attitude to have. We tolerate your BS. We accept you as a person.
Right.
I've always judged an individual on their actions. You're a working man. You've got people that you work with that don't do as much, and you have to cover for them.
Mm-hmm.
I have the same thing in my job. We call them lazy. It doesn't matter their gender. It doesn't matter what their race is. They're hired to do a job. If you cannot do that job at a certain level then you're lazy.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
And that's the difference between tolerance and acceptance.
No,
it'd be like if we accept that they're lazy, and then they can be promoted based on doing nothing. Right? Because they might check a box here or there, that you don't.
Yeah.
Does that kind of make sense?
No, I hear you. Or just, people being promoted because they need to check a box.
Exactly. And that comes around to something you said earlier, that Lady Boomer checks more boxes than you do.
Oh,
as far as oppression scale.
Well, yeah, because she had to take a test. Okay, so part of her job, when they're starting to teach this in her company, or at least have this diversity training in her company, and she had to. She took this survey, right? And it gives you like 30 questions. Did you do this? Did you grow up in a home with two parents? Did you grow up in a home with a single mother, father? Did you grow up in did you ever have times where you were worried about whether or not you were going to eat? Just all these questions. And so she brought it home and had me take it. And she checked off so many more of those boxes than I did, and she's supposed to be the middle class, white woman. And, I totally like had more privilege. It was like a privilege test. That's what it was. And I end up with so much more privilege, based on this survey, even though I'm supposedly, being oppressed by the evil white supremacists and the KKK members that are all over Minnesota where they're not,
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah. And that is it's coming down the pike. Used to companies like that were the exception and you watched out for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's slowly becoming a thing. Nowadays, to find a company that does not believe in this diversity, but merit-based meritocracy.
The diversity part is where I go, when are they going to just figure out that, okay, diversity happens the more you help people understand that there are opportunities, right? So if that was what you're teaching at the low ends, you're going to see more diversity of people who want to try other things or try to exceed these other things. But when they say that, if you're familiar with Kendi's argument, the anti-racist movement, that's basically just warmed over affirmative action. Okay, so to be an anti-racist, you give someone an opportunity because of the color scheme. You have to determine their oppression stance, which in his case he's talking about race. Okay, and you are to advance somebody because of their race, because that helps you be anti-racist, as opposed to not being a racist where you don't really do anything about it. To be an anti-racist, you promote somebody or someone forward because of their race. That's how you be anti-racist, by putting somebody in that position. And so what you're talking about when you're saying, you're working next to some lazy asshole who gets promoted just because, well, they need to check a box. That's reaction is just, and it's not necessarily just in jobs. Okay. It could be in putting someone into a classroom. So we saw I don't know if it was a troll or if it was real, but we read a thing a few weeks ago about this flyer going around in Dallas where they were telling the people of this wealthy neighborhood that's mostly, demographically white, right? And they put out these flyers saying, we're asking you liberal Democrats who live here in this nice fancy place, to not send your kids to any Ivy League or top 50 school, so that you can replace them with black people, because that, that's the it didn't say specifically, but that's the anti-racist way to do things. That it may have been a troll, it may have been real, but I don't care. That is the idea that they're doing with this anti-racism, that you're going to give people opportunities just because of reasons.
Right. And Denton, which is a suburb of Dallas, has always had that progressive California vibe to it.
Yeah.
So it's been coming for about at least the last 15 years.
Right.
And see, used to here in Texas, the dividing line was just past Dallas. You know, if you were in the lower half of the state, you were more apt to have that keep Austin weird vibe.
Oh, sure.
And after you got up around Dallas, it was like you keep that weird crap in Dallas or in Austin. You don't bring that up here, you know. And that's one of the things. Now it's creeping in slowly to Dallas, and I can see that flyer as well. You don't like the full CRT. This is like CRT light.
Right.
It's the same pill, but
Kendi
different.
is CRT light. He is, it's influenced by CRT, and people say, "Oh, well, that's not CRT." Well, it kind of is. You know,
it's still the same pill. It's just a different color.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's where my biggest argument is. Why not? It's more simple, and it makes more sense as far as productivity goes. If you don't know anything, why are we going to put you at the top?
Right.
We need somebody there that knows. It doesn't matter about your education level. Great. You can fill out paperwork. You've done research work. Congratulations. Do you know anything about the business?
Right.
You know, can you tell me how the sausage is made?
Can you tell me,
so to speak?
You've been super productive. Can you show other people how to be productive as you? Because
exactly,
that's that's the thing. So, all right. Well, hey, I'm gonna have to cut it short here. Well, actually, I'm cutting it long, but
I apologize, but I love our discussions. I really do.
I wanted to get you on, so I appreciate it. But hey, you got any big plans the weekend?
Well, I'll probably be trolling in chat.
Okay.
Let's just call a spade here. I'll be in the chat somewhere causing someone headaches.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much, and I appreciate your continued support, brother.
Thank you, P-Dawg. I appreciate you so much, man. Have a great weekend.
Thank you so much. All right, bye. All right, that's going to be it for today. Hey, it was great to have everyone on today. I'm going to botch it if I try to remember everyone, because so I'm not going to say everyone's name, but everyone who comes in and everyone who participates in the chat, I greatly appreciate you. But I got to call it a day for day. Hey, thank you so much for being here today. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button. And oh, by the way, if you're not subscribed, I know every once in a while someone who's not subscribed is watching, either lurking in the background or whatever. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, click the bell to make sure you get notifications. Also follow me on social media at PDawgKnight, just like that, except for the leave off the .live. And then if you want to sponsor the show, you can do that during the show with YouTube SuperChats or Streamlabs, or at PDawgKnight.live, or there's a couple other options down in the description down below. So we are going to call it a day. My weekend is going to be spent, well, at least part of it, at the lake, at Grandma's lake cabin. So that's going to be fun. I hope you all find something to do. If you don't have plans and you want to find something to do it Lady Boomer and I. And I'll show you the video, because we went to a small town that it's not even that far from. It's not even 25 minutes away. And we just asked people, hey, what's cool in this town? And then we did what they told us. And that can be a vacation in one day. I call it a daycation, which I'll show you the video of that in hopefully before the end of this weekend. I'll have that posted on both this channel and my second channel, which I would encourage you to encourage you to subscribe to too, which that information will be in the video when I post it. But anyway, that's it for today, people. Time for me to go. Thanks for being in the chat. My name is PDawgKnight, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.